Yeah, I mean, if you believe it, I went there only last Monday, and I didn't go there alone. We went there with the press, and as I said, Afari in particular had some issues which needed to be negotiated, and it has been negotiated successfully. The contractor committed. The contractor has been here since 2008. I mean, no contractor will stay, and then he's an international contractor, and he wants to move on. He wants to finish it for the use of the good people of this country. So when there is issues with financing, and this one say no, you don't need to pay this, he has to be very careful. Everybody was careful, and it was well negotiated, and everybody understands what is supposed to be done, and we are moving on. We want this hospital to finish, and as well as the people of Ashanti and the people of Ghana to be used. It's better you finish a hospital and it's put to use. And that's exactly what we are trying to do. And we're certain that with the pressure from everywhere, with the monitoring that we are going to do, and we will not wait for anything to happen to stall it before we go back to the table. So we will continuously be monitoring them. And the ministry is doing exactly that to make sure that they get a hospital. It's going to be the biggest hospital in the country. It's going to be the biggest military hospital in the sub-region. And because of the military activities within the sub-region, it will also attract a lot of people from outside the country to Ghana. And to me, that is the way to go, to start medical tourism. So it's very, very crucial that we finish Afari Hospital and put it to use. Apart from that, it's also going to create jobs, not only for health professionals, even for the people in the Afari area. Because if you are selling anything around the area because it's a hospital, people will buy it. Then our health professionals will get also very good place to work. And then more importantly also to train more health professionals. Because these hospitals, like 37 hospitals, can be used for training for undergraduate and postgraduate students. If you go 37, there are residents who are training there. Kolebu sends some medical students there for clinical training. And that is the idea of all these hospitals which are coming up, especially in the Ashanti region. Ashanti region, for some time now, have the least number of hospitals. But there are most of the regions, of the districts in the region, 43 districts, which do they have any modern fit-for-purpose state-of-the-art hospitals. That's exactly the name of the hospitals that we are doing in Ashanti region going to do for us. And it's going to also help us to also decentralize our undergraduate and postgraduate training so that KNUST students can also go there for clinical training. What restricts medical training is not the basic sciences that you do in the first 3 years, because that one can be done on the campus of KNUST. We have a lot of labs there which can be done. But the most important thing is after the 3 years clinical training, and they go in for the 3 years. So 3 years of the clinical training, they go in for the clinical training after the 3 years to do medicine, surgery, pediatrics, ONG, and then the other allied health sciences, allied health medical sciences. Where would they be trained? If you are not very careful, you see so many students following a consultant, also so many nurses also pushing one trolley or one bed to the X-ray department. You then can decentralize and people can go there and go and do their clinical training, come and take their final exams. That's exactly what we are doing. What some other countries do, Ghana also should do that. And once you do that, because there are consultants who are teaching, then we will decentralize also the training to the area and then also send quality health services to these areas. And to me, that is one of the most important things, that the huge health infrastructure that we are doing in this country, not only in the Ashanti region. I'm talking about Agenda 111. You can use it for training, you can use it for very quality care to the people so that nobody moves from the district or from the region to go to another district for medical care. And that's exactly what this government is trying to do.
Well, knowing how important, it all is, health facilities are to communities, and like you rightly said, it's even going to create jobs for people who live in the communities and all that. Why now? I mean, we've been calling for the completion of these projects for a very long time. Why now? Especially when you tell us that a lot of them will be commissioned first quarter next year. Is it to score political points as we enter an election year next year?
No. This work has been going on continuously. Yes, you can tell me that, for example, Afari store. Apart from Afari, the rest, every work is going on. So if you talk about abandoned hospitals, sometimes I don't get it. Abandoned hospital is, for example, what happened at Afari, that the contractor has left site. Yes. If you look at Fomuna, it's being done. Fomuna started trying to complete Fomuna, not this year for votes. I don't use health for politics.
But you're commissioning it next year. Fomuna is working now, but you're commissioning it next year. Why next year?
The one is going on. We started, and it's ongoing. We go to every side. The contractors are there working. So not because we want votes, because we want the people of this country to have quality health care.
So why do you intend to commission?
Elections will come, elections will go, but we will continue. We don't want to leave hospitals like Konfuanachi Maternity and Children's Block was from 1974 and left. And we are yet to complete it. No, that's not what this government wants to do. That's not what we want to do in health sector. It's a continuous affair. And I don't think if anybody says because of votes, I will disagree totally with you. We started not this year. If there's any votes, then maybe you can tell me that maybe from June going next year, then we are going to every site and working. That's where so far as I'm concerned, the heat of the election is. We are not now in the heat of the election. The heat of the election will get to the second quarter, third quarter of next year. So please, it's not because we want votes. It's because we want the good people of this country to have quality health care. And health is not politics.
Last year when I spoke to you, we had some challenges with some of the projects with Agenda 111 in the region.